Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about top 10 famous landmarks in Pakistan. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Pakistan was ruled by various rulers for centuries before gaining independence, ranging from nature-loving Mughal emperors to British colonialists. A diverse and interesting past has left a legacy of military and religious icons spread throughout the world, including beautiful mosques, forts, mausoleums, and national monuments that still stand today. With our guide to the country's most striking examples of historic architecture, you will see some of Pakistan's best attractions and sights. Number 10. Shalamar Gardens. The Shalamar Gardens were completed in 1641 and were the property of a noble Pakistani dynasty, whose governance is easy to infer given the magnificence of the site. The gardens are set out over three descending, consecutive terraces, each rising 4 to 5 meters above the other, and bearing the poetic names of Bestower of Pleasure, Bestower of Goodness, and Bestower of Life. Despite the beautiful flowers and lush fruit trees, the garden's flora isn't the main draw, as the misleading name might suggest. The huge ponds in the center of the terraces, which collect water from hundreds of fountains, are the most striking features, 410 in total across the three terraces. The quiet, dreamlike, and relaxing corner in Lahore is completed by the quaint pavilions, porticoed audience rooms, and marble basins located along the edges of the ponds. Number 9. Faisal Mosque. Many people were surprised when Turkish architect Vedat Dalakay's proposal for the Faisal Mosque was selected. The project stood out from conventional mosque architecture because it had modern, streamlined lines and, most importantly, no dome. Development on the project began in 1976 and was finished 10 years later. Most of the opposition had crumbled in front of the majestic, captivating structure that now stands at the foot of the Margalla Hills and occupies Islamabad, Pakistan's capital city. The mosque is named after Saudi King Faisal bin Abdulaziz, who proposed and partially funded the building of a national Pakistani mosque. With a capacity of 100,000 worshippers, the 5,000 square meter prayer hall is an 8-sided concrete building inspired by Bedouin tents. It is surrounded by 4 88-meter-high minarets that are perfectly proportioned to the base. In honor of the holy, cubic Kaaba located at the heart of Mecca's most important mosque, they were modeled as the sides of an imaginary cube. Number 8. Pakistan Monument. The Pakistan Monument, which was dedicated on March 23, 2007, in Islamabad, as a national monument commemorating the country's heritage, is rich in cultural references. To reflect the 4 provinces and 3 territories that Pakistan is split into, architect Arif Masood took influence from the figure of a blossoming flower. The arrangement is made up of 4 larger, petals, provinces, alternated with 3 smaller ones, territories, all of which are made of granite and have murals on the inside. As seen from above, the statue is reminiscent of Pakistan's national flag's 5-pointed star. A metallic crescent, engraved with verses by Pakistan's creator Muhammad Ali Jinnah and Indian poet Muhammad Iqbal, can be found underneath the petals. Number 7. Shikar Parian National Park, Islamabad, Pakistan. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, known in Pakistan as the Great Leader or Father of the Nation, was a key figure in the country's independence from the British Empire. In Karachi, Pakistan's largest city and Jinnah's birthplace, a majestic mausoleum honors his memory and houses his grave, as well as that of his sister and the country's first prime minister. The daring architecture of the mausoleum impresses with its striking and iconic simplicity, a nearly cubic base with a 75 square meter expansion, capped by a wide dome, all clad in magnificent white marble. The sanctum can be accessed from one of 4 portals, one on each wall and one under a striking Moorish arch. Jinnah's tomb is located on a raised platform in the center of the magnificent surrounding park, which features beautiful mounds and a series of 15 fountains that lead the eye to the mausoleum. Number 6. Manari-Pakistan. The All India Muslim League passed a resolution on March 23, 1940, that marked a watershed moment in the formation of Pakistan. Construction on the Manari-Pakistan, a commemorative memorial, started 20 years later on the site in Lahore, where the seminal incident took place, and was finished 8 years later. The Minar-e-Pakistan is a 62-meter-high minaret with several symbols representing Pakistan's heritage. The tower is built on a raised platform in the shape of a 5-pointed star, with 4 platforms. The stones used to construct each platform become more refined from the bottom up, ranging from uncut stones to polished white marble, symbolizing the Pakistan movement's challenging but ultimately successful growth. The lower portion of this landmark, like the Pakistan Monument in Islamabad, is built in the form of a blossoming flower, from which the tower rises as an indication of the country's founding. The Minar-e-Pakistan is located in a wide park that is very common with Lahore residents, and from the top dome of the minaret, you can see pretty much the entire city. Number 5. Wazir Khan Mosque. The walled city of Lahore, also known as Old Lahore, is a historically significant and tumultuous part of Pakistan's capital that was once surrounded by walls and reached through 13 gates. The walls are no longer standing, but the majority of the gates have survived. Passing through the Delhi Gate leads to the Wazir Khan Mosque in Old Lahore. The majestic mosque, which features 4 33-meter-high minarets and 5 turnip-shaped domes, was named after the governor who ordered its completion in 1634. It is best known for its incredible mosaics constructed from myriads of vividly colored glazed tiles. It is one of Pakistan's most magnificent mosques. This can be seen on both the exterior and internal walls, and they are so meticulous and detailed that they transform Wazir Khan into a work of art as well as a religious place. This mosque is also known for being the first in the world to have a 22-shop bazaar in its original design, which is still rare among mosques today. Number 4. Lahore Fort. A travel to the Lahore Fort takes 3 to 4 hours in a 4-wheel drive, but anyone with a fondness for military systems will not be disappointed. The awe-inspiring Lahore Fort, constructed in 1733, and located miles into the Cholistan Desert, dominates the landscape, and is distinguished by a remarkable ensemble of 40 huge, mostly intact bastions set all along the 4 walls. The ramparts rise about 30 meters above ground level, and the fort has a 1.5-kilometer diameter. Visiting the fort's interiors necessitates special approval from local officials, which might not be worth the trouble. The fort's majestic bastions are the true draw of this striking landmark. Visitors to the site can also enjoy a visit to the nearby mosque, which is a near-exact copy of the Moti Mosque outside Delhi's Red Fort. Number 3. Hiran Mana. When a cherished pet passes away, people normally save photos and a few mementos to recall it by. When Mughal Emperor Jahangir's pet deer died in 1606, he had a minaret installed in its honor. The Hiran Mana, deer tower, is located in the Pakistani city of Sheikhupura, which was once a popular hunting destination in the early 1600s. During a shooting session, Jahangir spotted a deer he wanted to shoot, but only shot Mansuraji, his favorite hunting deer. The emperor, feeling bad, ordered the minaret to be built. A massive water tank was added to the mausoleum about 30 years later. In the center of the tank is a picturesque octagonal pavilion, which is linked to the mainland by an elevated walkway. The Hiran Mana is an enticing sight that surely needs to be viewed. It is a rare celebration of man's passion for animals. Number 2. Lahore Fort. The roots of the Lahore Fort, a fortress in Old Lahore, are so ancient that it's difficult to pinpoint exactly when it was built. However, it is believed that the original mud brick building was destroyed, and replaced with burnt bricks in the second half of the 16th century. Since then, almost every ruler who reigned over Lahore, including British colonialists, has made various changes to this fortified citadel. As a result, it captures Pakistan's rich cultural heritage through a variety of visual influences found in mosques, mausoleums, palaces, audience rooms, baths, watchtowers, and other structures. A visit to Lahore Fort is a trip through Pakistan's history, and anybody visiting the country can take advantage of it. Number 1. Badshahi Mosque. The magnificent Badshahi Mosque in Lahore is one of Muslims' most beautiful holy sites. This mosque, which was built in 1673 and remained the world's largest for over 300 years, until the Faisal Mosque was completed in 1986, was the world's largest for over 300 years. Its massive courtyard, which spans 26,000 square meters, and can accommodate up to 95,000 worshippers, remains the world's largest. The exterior walls of the mosque are covered in red sandstone panels, that have been painstakingly sculpted with elegant lotiform motifs, and embellished with marble inlays. The mosque has 4 minarets and 3 domes, the central one being larger than the other 2, as is customary. They are covered in white marble, which contrasts sharply with the dominant red. Travelers entering the mosque through a grand entrance gate will find that the interior of the building is just as stunning, with a cornucopia of arches, stucco tracery, and frescoes that never cease to amaze. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.